Ian, thank you so much. Wrapping up our fifth wheel segment. And of course, it's time to move on. And before I move on, what I loved about that is that you get the storage behind the TV. And I love when Ian shows that to us. We're going into couples travel trailers, though.
Woo, our favorite. The thing that we love about couple travel trailers is the fact that there's so much more room, and the hostability is key for us.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you like that model or any other, we got 80,000 factory fresh vehicles, so you can pick and choose the exact model you want. Just text FRESH to 46642, and you can get whatever you want.
Wait until you see what we have planned in our next segment, the couples travels trailers. And again, Ian is going from one unit to the next. We're keeping him so busy. This Dutchmen Atlas has so much room that you are going to love it. I know you guys love this one too.
Take a little tumble, do some cartwheels or something, you know?
I love it.
More activities.
It does have that kind of room. Ian, let's show everybody what we got.
And kicking off couples travel trailers, folks, we have the Dutchmen Atlas 2732RB. This beautiful floor plan has a big slide, doesn't have any carpet in the slide, huge bathroom, big bedroom up front, TV directly across from the seating space, plus an outside kitchen. Folks, if it's just a couple of you and you're looking for a good travel trailer, something that has a lot of space for you, this is one that you certainly don't want to miss. We'll start actually right over here on the entertainment center. So one of the things I really like about this floor plan is it's something you don't get very often in a rear bath. And that's the fact that you have the sofa directly across from the TV. So when it's just the two of you, you want to kind of wind down at night, after you had a lot of fun during the day, whether you're going fishing or kayaking or just sitting out around the campfire. You want to come inside, sit down, take a load off, relax, maybe watch a show. This gives you the ability to do that. And again, you don't have to crane your neck, right? That's why I love this setup. I don't know about you, but if you've ever watched TV and you're doing one of these, or you're looking way up, after, probably 20 minutes or so, your neck starts to hurt, but that's not the case here. And also, just to kind of give you that ambiance, right, as you're sitting there snuggling up, you'll see you have a fireplace right down below as well. And not only does that look great and give you that kind of, home feel, but also that is a space heater. So if you are parked somewhere where you have shore power or you're running a generator on this RV, you can run that. You don't have to use up any propane, and it will do a good job of taking the chill off kind of right here in this space where you're sitting. You'll also notice a little bit of storage up top. One of the other things you'll see is the fact that it comes out. Now, the reason they do that is if we take a look right here, open this up for you, look at that. As soon as you walk in, you have this giant storage space. And this gives you a lot of versatility. If you want to use this as a pantry, by all means, it's close enough to the kitchen, you can certainly do that. If you want to take these shelves out and use it as a coat closet, right, you can hang your jackets up right there. You still have room for a Swiffer or a broom or whatever else you want to put in here. Shoes down below, you can put a little mat, and as soon as you come in, you have a place to put all of that. So again, I love kind of this setup and what they've done, giving you that option, that versatility. As we make our way in a little bit further, one of the things you'll notice is the barreled ceiling. So that gives you a lot of height too. I love my wife to death, and one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about is no matter how much you love someone, when you're confined in a smaller space, you may start to get on people's nerves a little bit, right? If 2020 proved anything, I think it proved that to a lot of people. But having the barreled ceiling, right, helps it feel a little more open, feel a little bit bigger, especially with the windows, right? So you don't feel as closed in. Because this is a decent size RV. It's not huge. I think we're at like a little over 31 foot, almost 31 and a half. So it's a good size RV, but that barreled ceiling, those windows really help open that space up. As far as weight too, if you're thinking about towing, this one runs a little over 6,800 pounds dry. So chances are you will need a half-ton or larger truck to tow it. So if you're looking at this, you're loving it, just keep that one in mind. And when you get over 30 foot, that's generally going to be the case. You're going to need something a little bit bigger. And as I mentioned, if you're going out, you're doing kayaking, all these cool adventures, and you want to make sure that you have enough water. Folks, this one has a 50-gallon fresh tank and 56 gallons of gray. So you can be out there for a while and not have to worry about, coming back, filling up water, things like that. So nice big tanks on here. So again, if you're a couple that likes to get away, this one may be a great option. You can see the fridge and freezer right there, plenty of space. You have some drawers down below. This one does run off both propane and electric and has automatic switchover. And again, folks, if this is the RV for you, you're going to want to make sure you text that word RV to 46642. That will lock in your price for this one. Folks, because this one right here, With the show that we're having, you're looking at this one starting at $34,120, which is $8.17 a day. Very affordable for two of you to get out and really start enjoying. And if this is the one, you're going to want to text the word RV to 46642. As we take a look at the kitchen, you will see nice L-shaped kitchen, beautiful countertops here as well. These are upgraded countertops. What they do is they take like a thermal foil and they put it on top and they heat it to the wood. And what that heat treatment allows is it kind of gives you a solid surface without being a true solid surface. So it's lighter weight than solid surface, and it's a lot more durable than your standard T-mold. You don't have anything popping off here at the corners. It allows you to undermount the sink. So you can see that double stainless steel bowl right there. It is nice and deep, very modern cut to it as well, plus a high-rise pull-out faucet. You want to talk about, some nicer features. Having that high-rise is great. There is a weight underneath. Obviously I need to play with that because this isn't going back in perfectly, but it normally does, right? The weight drops down, pulls that up. But I really like having the high-rise faucet with the pull-out, especially because right over here is our plug-in. So this is where I'd put my coffee maker. I can just take this out, fill it up nice and easy. We're good to go. Storage all the way across the top, stainless steel appliances, microwave hood, and an oven. A lot of manufacturers are starting to get rid of ovens. This one does still have one. So if you like to bake casseroles or anything like that, enchiladas, maybe just, maybe if you're baking a cake, cupcakes, right? You're having a party, you have the ability to do that too. Right over to the side, there's space for a small trash can, which I always appreciate. I hate having my trash bag hang out. Couple big drawers underneath there as well. And as we come to the back, we'll move into the rear bathroom. This is a rear bath unit. One of the big advantages to rear baths, right? So you're starting to look at floor plans, you'll start to see, you kind of have like rear bath, rear living, are going to be your two big couples models, right? So the nice thing about a rear bath, generally speaking, is it is a big bathroom. Why is that important? Well, in an RV, you don't have a ton of places to change clothes, right, for privacy. You can up in the bedroom, but a lot of times the bedrooms are a little bit tighter, and this one's no exception. We'll see that when we go up there. But right back here, you have a ton of space. You can step out of the shower, you can dry off, you can get dressed. As you are getting dressed, you have a almost full-length mirror right over here to the side, so you can make sure that your shirt and your pants and your shoes, everything is looking good right there. Plus, there is storage. Right? So you have a ton of, a nice big linen closet, a ton of storage for towels, whatever else you need in here. Right down in the corner is a porcelain bowl. If you've seen my videos before, you know I'm a big fan of porcelain. It stays cleaner longer, it's easier to clean in general, and you have plenty of leg room and shoulder space there too. The other big thing about it, we talk about space to get dressed. Look at this. You have a hanging rod going across this entire span here. So lots of clothes storage here in the bathroom. There's an outside kitchen underneath. We'll see that when we go outside. But just know that you have all that clothes storage, which is definitely a really nice thing to have. In the very back is your sink. Big countertop space too. It's always a good bonus there. Electrical outlet, some storage underneath, mirrored medicine cabinet with storage there. And in the corner is the neo-angle shower. I'll take a step in here just to show you. Folks, I'm 6 foot tall. You see I have plenty of headspace here. That skylight definitely adds some additional headroom. Even with the doors shut, I'll kind of show you, I can still spin around, right? So, I'm over 210 pounds. I can still hang out in there, spin around, stand up fully, no issue. So again, if you like having that big bathroom and a place to change your clothes, rear bath floor plan is a good option. Take a look at the slide out. Couple things I really like here. One is the fact you have windows all the way around, including on the sides, and those side windows do open. So if you want cross ventilation through this slide, if you don't want to run the AC, which as you'd expect, it does have fully ducted AC and heat, you can open those windows and just have that ventilation come through. You'll also see your table and chairs rather than a booth style dinette. And in a couples model, I prefer to see this. I don't necessarily need the sleeping here. I have sleeping capacity in the sofa, but this is perfect because it looks a lot nicer and it gives you more room, right? It's a lot easier to get in and out than it is in a booth dinette. You'll also notice they completely eliminated carpet here. Has a tiny little step up, which is fine. I personally like that look. It makes cleaning so much easier when you eliminate the carpet. And then lastly, as we mentioned, is that sofa, which was directly across from the TV. And folks, this is a tri-fold, which means this folds out into a comfortable bed for any guests. So if you do have guests, You have a spot for them to sleep, right? They're not going to be left high and dry. And again, it's why I say I think it's another reason that I like the fact they went with freestanding table and chairs. Now, as we come up into the bedroom, there's some things I like up here as well. You have the queen bed in the center. You'll see storage on both sides with individual nightstands, cubby holes underneath. I like that they actually have countertops on the nightstand, so you can put something a little bit heavier there. Like if you have a CPAP machine, it can sit there no problem. You have electrical outlets. You'll see wardrobe on both sides. Now, it's not a huge wardrobe. It's pretty narrow, but that's okay because we had that big one in the back. Front windshield, look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Lets you see, both outside if you have a beautiful view and, of course, lets the sun in if you want it in there. You have a vent here with second AC prep. So if you want a second AC in here, it's already prepped for it, good to go. It's already braced. You have the wiring for it, and you have TV hookup over in the corner, plus the two big sliding doors here to close off for privacy. So again, if you do have guests that stay the night, you're able to close that off. Remember, folks, if you're loving this one, we're going to take a look at the outside, but if you love it, make sure you text the word RV to 46642 so you can lock in your pricing on this beauty right here. Let's take a walk to the front. Want to show you a couple features up here that I really enjoy. So one of the things is you will see, right, you have bigger propane tanks, and that's always a great thing. That means you can stay out camping longer. Also a power tongue jack. This allows you to hook up and disconnect super easily. Flip of a switch here, and you can raise and lower that tongue, making things very simple. And then you will see that 3/4 front cap up there with that beautiful windshield we saw up front. That gives it just a gorgeous look. Coming around to the side, notice a couple things here. Solar prep, so if you want solar, all you have to do is buy portable panels, plug it in there, you're good to go. If you take a look at the pass-through, you will see that it has an LED light running the entire length, so it is very bright in there. It really allows you to see anything, no matter how far in you are. And then you'll see power stabilizer jacks here too. So that way, when you get to your campsite, all you have to do is flip a switch. It'll drop those down. You don't have to worry about, manually cranking them. So that's one of the things about the Atlas. It makes life a lot easier. You get to the campsite, you have a power tongue jack. You have power stabilizer jacks. You have a power awning, right? They're trying to make it easy. And if it's just a couple of you, you want to get out there and start relaxing and enjoying each other's, enjoy that time together where you can put your cell phones away and just be with each other. And the quicker you can do that, the better. It's one of the things I love about the Atlas. You also see the MORryde step above steps, folks. Hey, none of us are getting any younger, right? And these steps right here make it so much easier to get in and out. They're very sturdy, aluminum treads so they don't rust. The larger grab handle here as well. And the last thing I want to show you, if we make our way to the back, you'll see the outside kitchen on this one. So if you want to do some cooking outside, you can, plus a refrigerator for beverages. If you know me, I like to load that guy up. And on the very, very back, you will also see a 2-inch receiver hitch with 300-pound weight capacity. So if you have a bike rack, you can toss it right in there. Remember, folks, this is the Atlas 2732RB. If you're interested, text RV to 46642.
Demand for RVs is at historic levels, which is why we are working around the clock to bring you over 80,000 factory fresh RVs. That's the largest selection of RVs in the world, fresh from the factory to our stores to your driveway or campsite. RVs are made by Americans for Americans, and now you can see America for less. Shop over 80,000 factory fresh RVs, starting at just $5 a day. Click, call, or visit your local Camping World or Gander RV and Outdoors today.
Tiffany and Caleb from Us the Remingtons. We are a traveling family of 3 and soon to be 4.
We absolutely love this lifestyle of hiking, fishing, kayaking, adventuring.
We've lived in an RV for 2.5 years. We first traveled in a Class A motorhome, 36 foot, so spacious. We loved it. And now we have the opportunity to travel in something a little smaller, a little bit more mobile.
We are going from East Coast to West Coast in a brand new 2021 Thor Freedom Elite. And we're so fortunate to partner with Camping World, Gander RV, and Good Sam on this awesome road trip across America.
We're excited to take you on the adventure.
Hey guys, we're Tiffany and Kayla from Us the Remingtons. One of the things that we love the most about RV life is being outdoors, and we love to also set up camp and set up shop like we're staying forever.
Yeah. So we're gonna give you guys the rundown on all of our favorite camping essentials to make your next adventure that much more ultimate. So we gotta kick it off with the very thing that we're standing on.
The mat. So the mat is absolutely great. It's not like your typical rug at home. It's something we're parked at the beach a lot, so we had sand and dirt and a bunch of just outdoor stuff that was always tracking inside the RV. So we got the mat, which is great. It's very light, very durable. All of the dirt seeps through, and definitely a huge must in all of your camping needs.
Absolutely. My next favorite item has to be the grill. We love taking the kitchen, although we have a kitchen indoors, we like taking it outside because Tiffany's pregnant, 12 weeks, and sometimes the smell of bacon gets to her like that, so she kicks me outside to do the cooking. So yeah, we have this awesome Razor flat top grill,
But tell them
burner.
about this grill, because my mom has been talking about flat grills for about, 5 years of our relationship, and she's been hounding us to get a flat grill for years, and we finally pulled the trigger.
We got the double flat top, so we make breakfast on it, so you can throw the hash browns, the eggs, the bacon, the toast, all of it on one.
Or the pregnancy craving of just pizza rolls.
Just pizza rolls, whatever it is. I fired up a pizza the other night on this thing. It was amazing. Yeah, so you can use these little 1 pound propane tanks, or you can get the attachment to the big 5 pounds, but gotta have the grill.
And the next thing that we love, obviously, are just all the different variety of chairs that Camping World and Gander RV offer. This has been something I've been eyeing on for a couple years because it's so unique. You don't ever see a double chair.
Yes.
And we get to sit and lounge together like a cute little married couple. Are you gonna jump on over?
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on it. Because guess what you also got here, which is just a little makeshift fishing pole holder. So we can be on the lake fishing.
Or I would be just, taking a sip of my sparkling water.
Yeah, we got the great cooler here. This thing keeps your drinks cold while you're fishing. We have the club chair, that's the last thing, which is the big, awesome, cushy chair. You love that chair.
I love the chair. I love all the things that we have on our patio set. I always love the extra table space because we always host.
Doesn't matter what you do, what you want, you can get it at your Camping World. All the camp essentials to make your next adventure that much more ultimate.
Travel with peace of mind. Good Sam Roadside Assistance covers your cars, RVs, motorcycles, and all eligible family members. Unlike the competition, we offer unlimited distance towing, free roadside tire delivery, and coverage in all of North America. It's no wonder top consumer reviews ranked us #1. With plans as low as $5.50 a month, you can't afford to get stuck without it.
Coming in just over 3,000 pounds dry, the ability to sleep 3 and 22 foot long. Folks, this is the 2021 Forest River Ozark 1660 FQX. And if you're looking for a lightweight couples model, folks, this may be the one. As I said, coming in dry, this one comes over just 3,000 pounds, has a GVWR of just under 4,000 pounds. So what that means is if you have a mid-size to large SUV, a family driver, right? I have a Kia Sorento. this would be perfect for it. As long as you have that package with it where you have 5,000 pound tow rating, this is an excellent RV. It's one of the reasons I love this one. I'm so glad that we're able to show it to you because it is perfect for a couple. It is lightweight and it lets you get out there, and even better, folks, it is at a killer price. For the show, this one is $18,425, which is just $4.55 a day. I'm telling you, that is less than my Starbucks Nitro, or my Nitro I got at Starbucks today. And that's it, right? And you get to get out, you get to start making those adventures, you get to use the vehicle you have, you don't have to go out and buy a big truck, you get amazing amenities like an AC, you have a furnace, we'll see the bathroom in a second, and again, this gets you outdoors, gets you spending time with each other, and especially in 2020, I know that, it's been a little tough, guys, but we get, when you get out there, you get to sit around the campfire and just relax, just let some of those worries and fears just kind of roll away. Maybe you want to get out and do some fishing together, some kayaking, some hiking. We're down here in Texas, and I have seen some beautiful, absolutely beautiful state parks. Something like this you can take out there, use as a home base, take the kayaks out, do some of that backpacking, that hiking, be able to come back. This gives you the ability to do it. Let's start off right over here on the camp side. So what you'll notice, this is one of my favorite things I talk about. One of the big ones for me, especially in smaller RVs, is a campsite dinette. Now, it's not a very large dinette, right? I mean, you can really only fit one person on either side. You'll see if you had two, it'd be a little cramped. If it's a smaller child, fine, but as two adults, it'd be a little tight here. But again, this is built for two people, and it's perfect for it. You can sit right here, have conversation, have coffee together, eat breakfast, and be able to see out to your campsite. Or maybe you have a beautiful, view out the side. Again, depending on where you are, maybe it's a lake out the side, maybe, a little bit of ocean front, get some bay views right here. This gives you the ability to do it, and this is the view that I want. If you're at a standard campground, I want to look at my campsite, not out at my neighbors, and that's what this allows me to do right here. Nice big window too, and this does open up. If you don't want to run the AC, or maybe you don't have shore power, fine. Open up some windows. This gives you the ability to do it and get that ventilation coming through. Storage across the top, you can see that. The pulls, I'll open one up for you just to kind of give you an idea of storage. So good storage up there too. While we're up top, you can see LED lights. It's another big one. If you're going somewhere you don't have shore power, folks, 10 of these LED lights use about the same power as one of the old halogen bulbs. So you want to talk about energy efficient, this will definitely do it for you. You have a vent up top, and as we talked about earlier, the AC will be located there. If you want TV, this is where the TV will mount. They have a backer in the wall, so you know exactly where to put it. All the connections for it are right up top there, so that way you're good to go. This one is pre-wired for Wi-Fi too. So if you want the, the connectivity when you're gone, maybe you have to have it for work and you want a portable office, this is another great option for it. You can have that hooked up. Now, of course, that will come with its own separate charge. It'll go through a cellular company, but the fact that you can have that hooked up is amazing. And again, it's prepped and ready to go for it. Now, this dinette does drop down into a bed as well, but remember, folks, it's a pretty small dinette, so therefore, it's going to make a fairly small bed. Probably not good for an adult. If you have a little one, that you want to bring along, they can drop down right here. It's also good for a young family. When my wife and I went, when my daughter was a lot younger, my middle daughter now, she's 5.5 now, but when we all used to go out, what we'd do is we'd drop the table down and Lumen would actually sleep right here on the table. We'd get a pack and play. We'd take all the cushions off and you have a big flat surface. We'd put the pack and play right up here and then she would sleep there. Now, mind you, she wasn't old enough to crawl out of the pack and play. That's definitely a safety concern. I know most of them are pretty deep, but if your kid's crawling, please don't put them up high. Please don't do it. But otherwise, again, it can, for a newer family, can make a great addition in a smaller camper where you can still get out and really start to enjoy camping. The thermostat right here is for the heat, folks. The AC unit will have all the controls on the AC itself, but this will be for your heat to make sure you're nice and toasty in here. So if you want to get out and do some cold weather camping, again, this unit gives you the availability to do that. And remember, folks, all of that for under $5. And we're talking $4.55 a day. That is an incredible price for what you get. Now, this is a rear bath model. I'll take a seat right here just to kind of show you space. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a little over 210 these days. You can see I have plenty of leg room, also shoulder space, no problem here whatsoever. I can sit here comfortably. I don't feel cramped, nothing to that effect. Over to this side is our sink. You can see right here our sink right there, the vanity top here, so you have some extra space there, as well as an electrical outlet if you need to plug anything in. storage both up top as well as down below. Normally there is a mirror here. I actually accidentally broke it. I was trying to adjust it and ended up snapping it. So we got that all cleaned up, but there will be a mirror here so you're able to see yourself. Sorry about the damages. You can take that one out of my paycheck. Right up top, you'll see the LED lights. Then if we take a look over to the side, you're able to get around there, Fritz. Sorry, I know it's a little tight. We have a big camera rig. I do want to step in here just to show you, because this is a big one for me. When you're talking about smaller RVs, right, as I mentioned, this one comes in at just over 3,000 pounds dry. Folks, look at this. At 6 foot tall, I can still stand up in here. Now, you know, my head is brushing the ceiling, but that's usually not the case. And something this light, something a little bit smaller like this, you normally have to bend down at 6 foot tall. Here, I have the capability to actually stand up and shower, and I love that. That is a big one for me, big selling point of this particular RV. And again, if you're thinking about getting out there, folks, we talk about doing a little bit more boondocking where you don't have hookup. This one has a 38-gallon fresh tank, 30-gallon gray, 30-gallon black, so it's plenty to be able to get you out there, do what you need to do. If you love this RV and this is the one for you, remember, folks, text RV to 46642 to lock in that price of $4.55 a day. If you like what you see here, but maybe you want something else, maybe you want something a little bit bigger, maybe you want a sofa, right? Maybe you just want a different design altogether, maybe you don't like the colors, that's great. Here's the thing, we have over 80,000 RVs that are on order that are coming in. We have over 20,000 that are sitting on our lots. What that means, folks, is we will have an RV for you. We have one out for pretty much every lifestyle, every budget, every color, every floor plan, whatever you want, we have something available. And all you have to do to get your hands on them, to be able to lock in the price for here at the show, be able to take advantage of the great pricing we have and make sure that you're going to get something before the camping season, is to text the word FRESH to 46642. And when I talk about the camping season, I do want to talk about this real quick, because a lot of people have a misconception that the camping season, right, is like March to August or September. And yes, while that is the main time everyone goes camping, folks, veteran RVers know that the time to shop for RVs, for your RV supplies, is now. It starts in January, right? That's when you start being able to get everything. If you wait until, March, April, May, if you're thinking, oh, I have this big, something for Independence Day, for July 4th, we have this big trip planned. If you're not shopping now, chances are you're not going to get the RV you want. Take advantage of the inventory we have coming in before it's gone. Text that word FRESH to 46642 to make sure you're able to get the one that you want. If we take a look over to the kitchen, you'll see the big countertops. Now, what they have done is they give you a bigger sink. You'll see a lot of setups like this when you talk about smaller RVs. Sometimes they'll give you a small sink and a 2-burner, sometimes a bigger sink and a 2-burner. Now, here's my thing, right? For the sinks, I'm kind of an all or nothing guy, right? Like, either give me the small sink and the 2-burner or the big sink and a 3-burner. They kind of went in between, but I don't necessarily dislike it, right? I do like having a bigger sink because I don't want to necessarily do dishes every time I cook. At the end of the day, sure, no problem. But the bigger sink allows me to set some stuff down in there, so I do appreciate that. A high-rise faucet, of course, makes it easier to wash. You'll also see the electrical outlet there, which is a necessity. You'll notice storage underneath. I'll open that up for you so you can see, so you have a spot for some of your pots and pans. Of course, a drawer and furnace right there underneath to, so you have some direct heat to help heat things up. If we take a look up front, you'll notice storage all across the front here as well. So wardrobes on both sides, storage right up across the top there. Electrical outlets on both sides. So if you have a CPAP machine, you have a spot for it. USB ports, in case you want to charge cell phones, tablets, plenty of space there for anything you need to set for a nightstand too. One of the things I really like is if we take a look underneath the mattress, look right here. You have like a little kind of, cubby hole or foot locker space, right? So you can kick your shoes off, toss them underneath there as soon as you come in the camper. Maybe you have some slippers you like to wear, you can toss those under there. Maybe even a dirty laundry basket, right? You can put it underneath because look, it's nice and easy to access. You just throw clothes right down in there. And when I lift this up, you can also see it gives you access to the pass-through. So you have multiple different places you're able to access items that you put in that pass-through. So as we come outside here, we can take a look at that pass-through. Come on up front with me and I'll show you. So right here is what I was talking about. So you have this big pass-through. You saw when the bed lifted, you have the access to that. And this is a huge pass-through storage space, folks. Again, on something that weighs a little over 3,000 pounds dry. This is not something you normally get. All this space, look how wide that is. You can put in bigger chairs, you can put in bigger grills. This allows you to do that. We talked about doing some boondocking, right? Hooking up where you don't have water, where you don't have power. Chances are you're going to want solar, and this one is prepped for it. So that way you can park it out in the middle of the woods, grab some solar panels, plug it in, it'll trickle charge your battery, you'll be good to go. Up front, you'll see the front end. So one of the things about Ozark, right, this one has the Ascent package. So what that does is it gives you the nice metal front like we normally have on the Ozark. It's nice and smooth, easy to clean, very durable. But on the side, it goes to fiberglass instead of aluminum. So one of the things I really like about the Ozark is it gives you that option. The Ascent package here, that fiberglass exterior, again, super easy to clean, nice and lightweight. And again, it just looks absolutely beautiful. Power awning, you'll see the LED light strip on there so that you have light at night. You don't have to buy your separate lights. If we drop down below, show you this real quick. You have a couple steps that roll out here. Those are aluminum with the grips, and you have a grab handle, which makes it nice and easy to get up into the RV or to come back out. Now remember, folks, this is just one of a couple of the different couples RVs we have. We have a ton of couples travel trailers available in stock. We have more coming in. All you need to do to take advantage of the show pricing is text the word FRESH to 46642. Again, this one is the Ozark 1660 FQX and is as low as $4.55 a day.
Nellie and I were talking about couples travel trailers, and I know you have kids, but you're technically still a couple.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make it work as a weekend warrior, even with the kids. What do you think?
Well, so for your situation, it's just you and Caleb, but you got a baby on the way. I think for a weekend warrior, you could definitely make it work with a kid or two, because the dine-at table comes up or down, so it could be a table, or they can just stay in a tent outside. Whatever works. For a weekend warrior, it could work. For full-time RVing, I don't know if I'd recommend it, because you got to think of all the full-time toys.
The toys and the storage and all of that. But yeah, I definitely think we were going back and forth. But like for weekend warriors, it
could
totally makes sense. And for the grandparents with a couple or a few grandkids, easy peasy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we have something exciting, right?
We sure do. It is another giveaway.
I love your enthusiasm.
And it is a $250
Dang.
merch certificate.
So awesome. Are we ready for the winner? Let's do it. Okay.
Come on. The winner is
Carol
Ricks. We were going to try to harmonize on that one. I saw it. You guys, if you're interested in entering all of these giveaways, all you have to do is text URVS to 46642. That's URVS, or comment below. Super easy. We have $250,000 worth of giveaways. That is a lot of giveaways.
And we got also the Forest River Ozark 1800 coming up. Let's take it away right here.
Coming in under 3,800 pounds dry, capable of sleeping 4, plus a nice big slide out, folks. This is a 2021 Ozark 1800 QSX, and I, for one, really like this floor plan. There's a lot of cool things that I've seen happen on some of the smaller floor plans, right? They're starting to get more imaginative on the manufacturing level, trying to figure out better ways to utilize space and better things that, that they can do. And this is one of those. And I'll show you this in just a second, but I absolutely love what they did with the sofa in here. I think it is very smart. We're actually going to start up front on this one on the queen bed. So you will notice the queen bed right there in the center, and kind of like we saw in the 1660, right? Very similar setup here. You have nightstands on both sides with electrical outlets, USB ports, CPAP machines can plug in there, as well as cell phones or tablet storage. You have wardrobe on both sides, plus the storage going across the top there. And then the queen bed underneath, once again, you have like that little cubby hole foot locker space right there. So, any shoes can get stored under there. And this one's a little bit further from the door, so you would have to walk through the camper. So I would much more likely put, as I mentioned, like a laundry basket in here for dirty clothes, maybe my slippers off to the side. side, but you still get all that access to the pass-through right there. So you still can get some of those larger items out of there. Now let's get to it right here. So this is one of the things I really love about this floor plan. It is very unique. And so this is the slide out. So if you're looking for something that's lightweight, as I said, this one's under 3,800 pounds dry. It's still under 5,000 pounds GVWR. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's a gross vehicle weight rating. And what that means is that if you fully load this one to the hilt, right, if you pack it completely full before the axles are going to break, you have to be under that GVWR or else you're going to damage something. So if you fully load this one up, you're still under 5,000 pounds, meaning if you have a vehicle capable of towing 5,000 pounds, you can tow this RV, because when it's fully loaded, it can't be over that, right? So you'll still be good. So if you have the mid-size to large SUV, they're a couple, this is a great option for it. One of the things unique about this one that we haven't seen in the last one, right, and the reason it's a little bit heavier than the 1660 is we get this slide out, and this really helps open up this main living space. And Fritz, can you take a step back a second, just show people, you know, all the space you have right here. This is what's so great, is all this extra space that slide out provides. Beautiful flooring, by the way, kind of like that herringbone pattern. But this allows you to easily move by each other, right? As people are, you know, as you're coming in and out of the camper, if you need to do some cooking or need to get back to the bathroom or the fridge, you can easily walk by each other thanks to that slide out. Or again, if you have a dog that you bring with you, that slide out provides space where now they have areas they can lay down and sleep and you're not having to step over them. So, but again, back to the part I love about it, and that is the sofa. So you'll see on one end, they gave you like a chase lounge right over here. You see this? So that gives you some really good space where you can sit down, you can extend your legs out there, you know, nice and comfortable backrest there too. And then next to that is a jackknife sofa. But the thing that's unique about it is the table. Now it is a little wobbly, right? Because it's a single center post. So anytime you have a single post and a table this wide, right, you're gonna have a little bit of wobble. So bear in mind that if you're eating here, you know, you wanna make sure you're not making any sudden movements, or you're gonna, you know, throw a drink off. But the thing I like about it is it does give you a table here. So you can sit here, you can eat, right? And because, and you can watch TV. That's a big one, right? If you notice right there, it's a spot for a TV backer, connections to the TV right up top. And so you have that straight shot. So you can sit here, eat a meal, you know, be able to watch TV. Or the other thing I like about it, because it is a single center post, is you can flip the table like this. And now what you have is a comfortable place to sit for two people. You have like a built-in armrest, you know, like a little end table right here if you do have like a beverage, and again, you're still watching TV. You can have someone right here too, so two people can sit there, maybe even a third if they're smaller, you know, can be on the chase, and everyone can be here still watching TV. So, you know, if it's family movie night or just the two of you, you want to watch a rom-com, right, you know, laugh a little bit, cry a little bit, this is a perfect spot for it here. Now, if you want to drop this down into a bed, here's the other thing I really like about this. Is it is nice and simple. So we're going to take the table off just like so, and then this slides right out. So we'll lift this up. The leg comes out just like that. I'll set that over here a second, and I will drop the jackknife sofa down. Now you see behind it, you have plenty of big storage. So if you have extra pillows, bedding, or larger items, maybe you have some fishing poles, or maybe you're going hunting, you need a place for rifles, things like that. You have a nice big long area where you can set them back there, which is great, because a lot of times it's hard to find big storage inside, right? Long storage. You have a pass-through, but you may not necessarily want your rifles in a pass-through, right? You may want it inside a camper, and this gives the ability to do that. Or pool noodles or whatever else you want to put in there. But when this is down, here's the thing I like about it. Folks, I am 6 foot tall, and if I lay down here, now I'm going to leave my feet up a little so I'm not getting them on the furniture. My mom didn't raise a pig, but as you can see, if I lay down right here, I have plenty of space there to completely lay down, right? And again, I'm 6 foot tall. That's something you don't get very often with a jackknife sofa, especially in a camper that is under 3,800 pounds dry. This thing's 23 foot long. It's not that long, right? So nice, short, still open thanks to the slide, and lightweight. Plus, you can sleep a person here easily. If you take this part off and you have two people that want to snuggle up, you know, you can put two people on there, which is why they say it's capable of sleeping 4. Now, I know that 4 is a stretch, my opinion, right? If it's 2 kids, great. If it's an adult, you're sleeping 3 in here, right? You'll have 1 here, 2 here. 2 adults there would be a little tight. But I do love the versatility it offers. You'll see also this right behind it. I like that too. It's kind of like, you know, I have this at my house behind my sofa, right? I have like a table because it's a bigger sofa, and I can't set things off to the side. I don't have end tables you know, when I'm sitting in the center. So you'll have this behind you. So if you don't have the table up, you know, let's say you just have the sofa like this, you don't want the table there, you're sitting 3 people here, you still have a spot to put beverages or whatever else you want to right back here. So really cool. Again, I love what they did with this section with the slide out. I think it was very smart. Let's hit the other side, and that is the kitchen. As I mentioned, TV right up top there. You do have the King Connect, so if you want to stay connected and have Wi-Fi while you're on the road, you have that. Storage underneath in the form of like the net right here, so it's easy access to anything you put in there. A little bit of storage right down below there as well. We can see that. Nice drawer space, plenty of drawers. I mean, look at this. We have a bank of 3 drawers, and because we don't have a sink here, that means you get full extension ball bearing drawers. So you have a ton of storage there. Another one here underneath the cooktop, you know, so again, in a smaller camper, that is a ton of drawer space. Great countertop space. They give you the big sink, you have a 2-burner cooktop, and you still get prep space over here. You don't have to use a sink top cover. You still have spot to prep food, which I think is phenomenal, because again, a lot of times you don't get that in a 23-foot RV. 2-burner cooktop, nice big sink with the high-rise faucet right there. If we take a look up top, of course, you have storage for, you know, cups, bowls, plates, whatever else you want to toss up there. Whoops, microwave here. And then if we drop back down below, I'll show you, you have our furnace right there, so you have heat. My other favorite part is this. If you notice, all the plumbing is on this side, but over here you don't have any. So that way you can have a trash can in there so that you have a spot for, you know, so you have a spot for a trash can here, and then over here you have room for pots and pans, right? So they did a great job kind of using this kitchen space. The way they set it up, I think it was very smart. AC up top, so if you want to be able to keep things cool, of course you can open up windows, otherwise you can turn on the AC here. The AC is controlled on the unit itself. The thermostat for the furnace will be located on this wall here. Another thing that we might not have noticed, but when we looked down at the floor earlier, there's no carpet in here either, folks. This one is super simple and easy to clean. You know, you can just take a Swiffer to it basically, or a broom, be able to keep everything nice and cleaned up. So we make our way into the bathroom. I'll take a seat here. You know, I'm gonna be honest, this one is a little tight for me. I wish they would have put it on a little more angle, because I think they could have made it work if I was here. But the way it is currently angled, I mean, if you take a look, right, it's pretty straight, which kind of puts my knee in here. So, you know, I might look into turning that personally, but you know, other than that, if you get it turned here, you have great space, right? The angle works, everything's good. You have the neo-angle shower off to the side. I will stand up at 6 foot tall. Again, with that vent, I'm able to stand up here in the ceiling, or is able to stand up because the vent's in the ceiling. So can fully stand up, which is great. That's a big one for me too. Not that I use my RV shower a ton. I tend to stay at places that have facilities for that. But if you're doing, you know, again, a little bit, you know, more rural camping, a little more boondocking where you don't have hookups, you don't have water, you know, you don't have those facilities, having the shower in your RV is definitely very helpful. You see storage right there, as well as, so this is more of like a linen closet type deal, because you do have another medicine cabinet right over here. So you get a couple areas to store items, plus your sink, and then a little bit of storage right down there below. And then lastly, before we walk outside, I do just want to show you your Norcold fridge freezers located right back here. The reason I personally really like this is because, as I mentioned, you know, I like to have a few beverages when I camp. And what this allows me to do is I can just step foot right in here, I can grab a beer, I can head right back out, right? Makes it nice and simple, especially when you don't have an outside kitchen. I like having that fridge very accessible. I'm not bringing dirt all the way through. And you have additional storage. So pantry storage, whatever else you need, you'll see all that is located there. Now, when we do take a step outside here, let's walk back up front. You'll notice the power awning, and again, the LED light strip. Folks, touch of a button, that thing rolls out, super simple. The LED light strip is nice and bright. So, you know, if you want party lights, by all means, buy party lights, right? We have a ton of cool ones in the store. We have flamingos, we have pineapples, we have Mardi Gras glasses. I mean, there's a lot of fun things you can put on there, but if you don't want them, you just want some kind of light source, this one has definitely got you covered. Same thing we noticed up front here, right? You have the nice smooth aluminum front, easy to clean, very durable. You have the diamond plating helping to protect that front end for any rocks and debris that may get thrown up by your tow vehicle. As we come around to the side here, solar prep. We talked about this. If you're gonna be somewhere you don't have shore power and you're not running a generator, solar's a great idea. And all you have to do is buy portable panels. They'll have a solar controller already built in the back of the panel. So it essentially makes it a plug and play system. Everything's already pre-wired. Really is easy to get solar these days. I love that manufacturers do that for you. If you take a look at the pass-through, once again, very wide door. If you have some of those larger items, you're able to slide them in there. You know, if you got something big, there's a big space for it right there, right? You know, hope you got a big trunk because I'm gonna put my bike in it. Maybe not a bike, but you can fit a lot of stuff in there, you know what I mean? But again, folks, this is the Forest River Ozark 1800 QSX. You can pick this one up starting at $20,365, as little as $5.03 a day. All you have to do is text the word RV to 46642 or drop it in the comments section below, or give us a call at 877-297-8725. If you liked any of them you saw in this session or ones we may have coming up, make sure you text the word FRESH to 46642.
With the Camping World Best Price Guarantee, we'll beat any competitor price by $500 guaranteed, or write you a check for $1,000.
I will never lose a deal over price, ever, and I guarantee it.
Learn more today at campingworld.com.